This is Lib. She is 10 years old and growing up in Dothan, Alabama. Not long ago, Lib's mom told her about something called Never Alone, which helps widows to find peace and joy in Jesus. When Lib heard about this, she thought, every widow deserves to know they're never alone. This is Catherine. The first time Catherine went to Be Still, it completely transformed her life. She says that the gospel of grace has changed her DNA. It's freed her up to let go of religious legalism and to truly love and encourage the people around her. Be Still changed the way that Catherine lives out her faith every single day. This is Evan and Tiffany. Back when they were executive pastors of a church, Tiffany began to struggle with an eating disorder and a prescription pill addiction, both stemming from shame and secrets that she'd been hiding most of her life. Tiffany was too embarrassed and ashamed to tell anyone, including her husband, Evan. And then one day, Tiffany found a Bible study online called Father's House that spoke directly to her brokenness, and she reached out for prayer. Soon she met face to face with someone who helped her step out of the darkness, find true freedom, and encouraged her to open up to Evan. What followed was a remarkable transformation in their marriage. These are twin sisters, Jess and Val. For years, their family relationships have been tense. But when Jess was invited to a Be Still worship night in 2022, she found healing for herself through the love of Jesus, realizing that God delighted in her. Jess knew she needed to tell Val about this, and when she did, Val also experienced the radical, true depth of God's kindness. Now both of them have grown profoundly in their faith, strengthening their relationships and going deeper in their sisterhood. This is Tom and Stacy, who live in Atlanta, Georgia. Tom is the CEO of a trucking business, and in 2020, one of his longtime colleagues tragically died, leaving behind his family. Tom and Stacy were devastated by his loss, and they began to look for ways that they could support the grieving family. One of the many ways they did this was by providing the widow with a way to attend a Never Alone conference. They wanted to invest in a place where she could find healing and hope. This is Karen, who lives in Jacksonville, Florida. At age 63, Karen's husband, Mike, passed away, leaving her devastated. But through a Never Alone gathering, Karen was able to find a community of women that helped her reframe her sorrow and see her future in the power and beauty of Jesus. And this is Stephanie. Back in 2019, her husband, Brian, a firefighter, went out fishing one day on the Atlantic Ocean with a friend, but the two never returned. They perished in the ocean. At the time, Stephanie's kids were only 6 and 8 years old. She knew she needed a miracle of strength to survive. She needed it every day. And through Never Alone Widows of Heroes, she found that strength in God. There are hundreds of stories like these, each one unique, each one a miracle. They come from many states, Florida and Alabama, from Indiana and Ohio to Georgia. And yet, they are all connected, each one a ripple of a bigger story that Jesus is writing. Today, Stephanie is leading one of the more than 50 Never Alone locals that exist across the United States. And one of the people she's leading it with is Karen. And the reason that Karen was able to meet Stephanie through Never Alone was because of the generosity of Tom and Stacy, whose beloved colleague they had lost was Karen's husband, Mike. Tom and Stacy believed that by investing in the widows of Never Alone, they would honor God and impact lives. And they were right. Jess is also leading Be Still in Ohio with the help of her sister. Val was connected to Be Still through Jess, but Jess was invited by someone else, Tiffany, who herself is now overseeing 5 Father's House groups, a Be Still local in Cincinnati, and hosting a Father's House conference for hundreds of women. Tiffany is also celebrating 21 years of marriage to her husband, Evan, who believes that their marriage is stronger now than it's ever been. Catherine is doing something similar. Because of the impact that Be Still had on her life, Catherine is now leading a Be Still local in the city of Dothan, Alabama, where she is impacting the lives of numerous women and young ladies, including her daughter, Lib, the 10-year-old, who, after hearing about these ministries from her mom, decided to raise money on her birthday that she could donate to Never Alone and Be Still. Lib doesn't know any of these other individuals, but she knows that her generosity is a ripple that helps more people, both men and women, to find hope, healing, and joy in Jesus.